of course, we've covered the Southern Footy League. We've been across the SANFL. We've had a look at cycling, boxing. Geez, that young fella, he's going to be a beauty, isn't he? Darcy Miller, shot putter, discus is his go. But there's always some bad news, and I like to try and keep it upbeat. That's how we started the show. But I have to touch on this one, mate. Liz Cambage.
Yeah.
You know, now we're going back to last July in Las Vegas as the Australian women are getting ready to play against Nigeria in their build-up to the Olympic Games. There was a bit of a scuffle, a bit of a ruffling of the feathers between Nigeria and some of the Aussie players, mainly Liz Cambage, and it always comes out in the end what was said. And I think Basketball Australia were unbelievably supportive of Liz and did a lot. And she's just recently come out and said she didn't feel she got the support from her teammates or from Basketball Australia. So I'm offended by that. You know, I think Basketball Australia have done, they've made some mistakes, as we all organisations, but not on this one. This one they handled brilliantly, and she's hung them out to dry. And of course, it's now come out that she said, along with other things, why don't you go back to your third world country? Now, I don't know if there's anything more disgusting in making that statement. I know in the heat of the moment we've all said things we regret, but in today's times, and then you want to talk about, you know, other issues that you're talking about, supporting things, and then you come out with that statement, you lose a massive amount of credibility. I can't see her playing for Australia again. I think Basketball Australia did everything they could to try and get around her and support her, and she's thrown them under the bus in totally the wrong way. Totally the wrong way. And now she's playing in Los Angeles, and good on her. I hope she enjoys her time there, but I just had to get off my chest that...
Is she going to miss it, Phil?
Oh, I don't think she will.
She's going to miss the Aussie team?
The problem is the Aussie team there's not many 6'10" Australian players or players in the world that can do what Liz does. So there's a loss in that, but she would fracture the team if she came back now because that team 100% rallied around her and tried to support her. You know, the captain came out and said she can hold her head up, and no doubt, I believe, Jenna, no doubt at all that she would have, you know, tried to do everything to support her. So I just think it's a low blow to fire shots at people that have tried to help you, to cover something that it would have been bigger to come out and go, I made a huge mistake. In the heat of the moment, I said what I shouldn't have said. I know I can't take it back. I humbly apologise to everyone. And we'll go, okay, you shouldn't have done it, but we've learnt from it.
And that's good.
And we move on.
And now, that's the second basketball one, though, isn't it, really, with Ben Simmons? See, we've had this discussion before. I lost both these players when they both decided not to play for Australia, not represent Australia at the Olympics.
You've been really strong on that.
And they were key players. They're not just, okay, he might start or she might start. They're starters.
No doubt.
And important to our goal, winning medals at the Olympics. So they lost, both of those players lost me.
Lost you. Yeah, no, totally you've been rock solid on that. I want to ask you about this one.
Annoying.
Dusty Martin, after the game against Collingwood, which Richmond won, his first game back, the media were at him. They went to the club and the club said, no, Dusty's not talking.
Leave him alone.
Then they tried to grab him as he came off the field, some of the media. Then they sent one of the players in to try and get him to come out and chat, and he said, no, I'm not talking. Then a couple of journos have come out and had a fair crack at him for not being available. I'm 100% on Dusty's team on this one. I don't think he has any obligation if he doesn't want to talk to the media, or any player, if they don't want to. So I think the people that are having a crack at him want to back right away.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that, matter of fact, I think that's disgusting. The guy's just come off some personal issue and not playing. Leave him alone. He's one of the players that has people turning their TV sets on.
Oh, we need him.
So you need him playing. The AFL needs him playing. Get off his back. Leave him alone. Eventually, Dusty Martin will come out.
He will.
And say, hey,
when he's ready.
That was a bit of a disappointing time for me, but... So let him go.
And I know they said we were going to ask him a couple of soft questions, but he doesn't want to talk.
He doesn't want to talk.
Can't we respect that? I haven't spoken to Dusty this year, but I can tell you in the small bits I've had to do with him when I've been over at he's a ripper. Absolutely ripping bloke.
Leave him alone.
And I think, again, not just him, I think any player that doesn't want to talk doesn't need to talk.
Well, leave it alone. And don't make a big thing of it, Phil. Don't make a big thing of it. It's the journo probably a little bit angry, but he couldn't get a little...
Didn't get the scoop.
He couldn't get a little chat with him. So leave him alone.
Let's have a talk about this one, mate. Crows up against Brisbane Saturday night here at Adelaide Oval.
Tough.
Brisbane, of course, have lost a couple of key forwards, but Hipworth to come back for them, and they've been able to make some adjustments. I can't see Adelaide getting over Brisbane.
No, I can't see them beating
We want to see Brisbane, Adelaide put up a big fight. There's a chance.
There's no McStay on the weekend.
There's always a chance, mate.
No McStay, no Hipwood.
No Danaher.
No Danaher.
I reckon Hippie will play. I think he'll come.
Really?
I think he might. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, good.
You know, well, we don't know that for sure, but we hope he does. Power, North Melbourne, Saturday. At the MCG.
Target practice.
What's the margin?
Oh, look, I don't think it'll be big.
It'll be big?
No,
100 plus?
You don't
think it'll be big?
No, I think it'll be massive, no.
David Noble's come under a fair bit of criticism in the last couple of weeks, as has Leon Cameron. I wonder the people that were having a crack at Hinkley at the start of the year, I haven't heard a lot of them say, sorry, I got that wrong. What's happened to those people, mate?
No, they haven't. But they are having Noble. Noble evidently had a real crack.
After the Brisbane game? Yep.
Yeah, which a coach is allowed
pretty
to do.
emotive in the change rooms and said some things that they thought he shouldn't have said. We're a different era now, though.
Excuse me. Yep. And the players have come out and said, hey, that might have been a bit harsh. Well, he just got belted by 300 goals. Mate, you're not going to be smiling at you, is he? To me, don't come out and say that about your coach. Let your coach, if he wants to have a crack at you, you deserve it if he's having a big crack, and he had a big crack, didn't he?
I think he had a fairly big. Again, I wasn't there, so you've got to be careful where you go with it. But sometimes the big crack, not so much allowed. I think you can have a crack. It's the words that you put around it. You know, if you drop a couple of bombs,
that's true.
Then you're in trouble. So anyway, they clearly haven't responded from it because it hasn't got much better for them.
No, they got belted again, didn't
they? They've been belted a couple of times since then. Mate, I just quickly want to ask you in closing, Carlton. With Michael Voss, you've had an association with Vossi. He's done a ripping job.
Well, he's a good coach.
Yeah. You know, are you surprised though? Because again, he didn't do well at Brisbane. People were critical of him.
Not a bit.
And he's answered the critics.
Not a bit because he can coach, and he actually went to a team that's building nicely. I thought,
and he's done a good job.
I didn't think it's not a bad job to get. The Carlton job.
He's read it well.
So I think he's done pretty well.
Read the tea as well. Hey, Baz, always enjoy working with you. Hope you've enjoyed the show, everybody. We look forward to your company next week. Bye for now.